Cuba, plunged into darkness for the second time this year. Let's uncover the reasons behind this recurring crisis and its impact on daily life. Cuba has faced yet another nationwide blackout, the second this year, leaving millions of residents struggling to cope with the sudden loss of electricity. This latest blackout struck early Saturday morning, following an island-wide shutdown on Friday. Residents woke up to a city shrouded in darkness, with no clear indication of when power would be restored. The Antonio Guiteras Power Plant's failure triggered a domino effect, collapsing the entire national electrical grid. This power plant, one of the largest in the country, has been struggling with maintenance issues for years. Prime Minister Manuel Marrero has halted non-essential services, shuttered schools, and urged citizens to conserve energy wherever possible. Schools have been closed, public events canceled, and cultural activities put on hold as the government tries to manage the limited energy resources. The roots of this crisis are deep. Aging infrastructure, fuel shortages, and U.S. sanctions have all contributed to the current situation. The electrical grid, already fragile, has been pushed to its limits. Decreased oil supplies from Venezuela, a key ally, only add to the woes. Venezuela has been a crucial supplier of oil to Cuba, but recent reductions have exacerbated the energy crisis. As authorities scramble to restore power, millions are left in the dark, without running water, and at risk of spoiled food. The lack of electricity has disrupted daily life in countless ways. With refrigerators no longer functioning, many are worried about food safety and the potential for spoilage, which could lead to a public health crisis. Health facilities run on generators, but the situation remains dire. Hospitals are struggling to provide care with limited power, and the strain on medical resources is immense. In Havana, the streets are chaotic with no working traffic lights and few police directing the flow. The lack of power has turned the city into a maze of confusion and frustration. Cuba's energy crisis is far from over, and the future remains uncertain. The government is working on solutions, but the path to stability is fraught with challenges. Will the lights come back on for good? Stay tuned for updates as we continue to monitor the situation and bring you the latest developments. The blackout has also affected water supply, with many residents queuing for hours to fill containers from water trucks. The lack of running water has added another layer of hardship to an already dire situation. Families are finding ways to adapt, using gas stoves to cook meals, and relying on community support to get through these tough times. The resilience of the Cuban people is being tested like never before. Community meetings have become a common sight as residents come together to discuss the blackout and find collective solutions. The sense of community is strong, but the challenges are immense. In response to the crisis, there has been a push towards renewable energy solutions. Solar panels are being installed in some areas, offering a glimmer of hope for a more sustainable future. International aid has started to arrive, with supplies being distributed to the most affected areas. The global community is stepping in to help, but the road to recovery will be long and arduous. The government is holding emergency meetings to discuss long-term solutions to the energy crisis. Plans are being made, but the implementation will require significant resources and time. Despite the challenges, life goes on. Markets are bustling and people are trying to maintain a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos. The spirit of the Cuban people remains unbroken. Children play in the streets, a testament to the resilience and hope that persists even in the darkest of times. The future may be uncertain, but the spirit of the Cuban people shines bright. As a new day dawns, the hope for a brighter future remains. The challenges are many, but the determination of the Cuban people to overcome them is unwavering. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to follow this developing story.